Let me say that it's a privilege and a pleasure to be back at TRAI, though at a much more modern and iconoclastic venue. My earlier deliberations with one of the most profound regulatory authorities in India were in the 2000 era as MOS of this department. And I have steadily followed the path that has been forged by this extremely important independent regulatory authority of our democracy. It has been a path which has really enabled and assisted our country, from industry to every single citizen across the length and breadth of our democracy, to forge ahead in the era of telecommunications. And not only to forge ahead, but if I may add, in many ways to be able to leapfrog the technology spectrum. I remember when I came back in the early 90s from university at Harvard as an investment banker, and that was the time when the mobile revolution was in its infancy. It was just being born. And those were the days when we were giving out those first 5 or 6 metro licenses. And even in that process, our regulatory institution, TRAI, played a very seminal role. The world of technology has now become multiplexed with the world of telecommunications. And the world of telecommunications has become the digital highway on which, I'm not getting the right word in English, but Hindi ka shabd कई बार असली अर्थ निकालता है, अतिशयोक्ति नहीं होगी अगर मैं कहूं. The lives of every single citizen across this world are being based. And many a time it is taken for granted. But just as we are building in this country today 6-8 lane super physical highways, all our telcos, our ISPs are forging ahead to build that digital highway. And that digital highway is an unseen highway. But that is the highway on which the new revolution has already arrived in the world. You had the industrial revolution, you had the manufacturing revolution, and now it's the digital revolution. And the country that has the USP, the competitive and the comparative advantage, using Michael Porter's theory, to be able to deliver on that precept, is the country that will forge ahead economically. And suffice to say that our growth as an economy as well, from the 11th largest economy to today, no longer the 5th largest economy, because we've always used the statistic of the 5th largest economy, but I have been informed that about a week or 10 days ago, we even surpassed Japan. So we've now become the 4th largest economy in the world. Has been driven to a great extent by this unseen, invisible amorphous digital highway. And therefore, like the captain of a ship, TRAI is the navigator that is helping us through these storms and charting the course and the way for India to lead the digital telecommunications revolution in the world. So you've done a yeoman's job, all of you gentlemen seated on the dais and all the members and the staff of TRAI, many unseen faces here. But I commend all of you and thank all of you as a citizen of India for the job that you have been doing for many, many decades, but especially the last 2 decades, because I have experienced what you have done in the last 2 decades. Today's topic of universal and meaningful connectivity in India could not come at a more opportune time. It's a phrase that rolls off our tongue very easily. But every word in that phrase carries with it the ambitious goals, the ambitious promises, and the answer to many ambitious questions that every single citizen looks forward to. And therefore, for me, it's extremely important that when we talk about universal and meaningful connectivity, the key question that always must be asked is how do we actually improve lives of our citizens? And therefore, when a weaver in Uttar Pradesh or Bihar or my Chanderi can connect onto an online trading platform and sell her or his wares directly into the international market, or when a young man or young woman in Leh can connect onto the platform, onto a live coding session, or for that matter, my fisherman in Kerala can access his GPS and get warnings of impending squalls or cyclones. That, ladies and gentlemen, is no longer connectivity. It is meaningful connectivity. And our goal, seated here in this room, because I see all the private sector generators here of this revolution, and our goal is to make that meaningful connectivity universal.